Alright guys, Gemini, welcome back to another video. And in this video today, it's going to be some interesting stuff. I think you're going to enjoy it. So please hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. Much appreciated. Vincent Flair Facebook, Gemini888 Twitter. Holy cow, all over the internet. And even thinking about creating my own Gemini888 website. But that's a project in the future. And if you get opportunity, please check out the channel on here, Live Aid Wizard. It's my good friend Robert, and I think you'll enjoy his videos. He's a music buff, and I think you'll enjoy everything that he uploads. He's on an upload and rampage right now, so you guys might want to go check out the YouTube channel Live Aid Wizard, and I think you'll enjoy the crap out of it. He's a lot like me, a nostalgic music and wrestling fan, so check him out. Okay, what we're going to do in this video, we're going to talk about how Vince McMahon in 1987 got dirty, and we're talking major dirty. At the time, you know, your two biggest promotions in the 1987, your two biggest promotions in the world were the NWA on Channel 17, you know, WTBS out of Atlanta, and the WWF, of course. And the WWF was hot in 87. They were coming off of, you know, the success of WrestleMania 3. NWA was cooking too, you know, with Ric Flair as the world's heavyweight champion, and he had just beaten Garvin and stuff, or actually Garvin had just beaten him for the NWA world title in September 87 in Detroit. So everybody was anticipating Garvin Flair 2, the rematch at Starrcade 87. And Vince McMahon, you know, of course, he knew that his next big project in 87 was the WWF Survivor Series. This was the first Survivor Series, you know, long ago. So Vince, you know, in the WWF were banking on Survivor Series 87 being a huge success, and the NWA was banking on Starrcade 87 with Flair and Garvin for the belt being a huge success. And Vince was doing this on pay-per-view, and he had gotten wind that WCW NWA was going to do Starrcade on pay-per-view the same day. So Vince is like flipping out, freaking the hell out, calls up all the cable companies and says, look, if you air Starrcade 87, he calls the pay-per-view places up and says, if you air Starrcade 87, if you guys put this on the air, we're not going to show Survivor Series 87 on pay-per-view. And all the pay-per-view companies saw the success of WrestleMania 3, and they're like, holy crap, what do we pick here? Because last time we had WrestleMania 3 on pay-per-view, there was 95,000 people there, and we made X amount of dollars. There's no way we can take a chance of not showing Survivor Series 87. We have to show that over Starrcade 87. So the pay-per-view companies do not air Starrcade 87, and NWA decides that Starrcade 87 is not going to be on pay-per-view because the cable companies and the pay-per-view companies, I should say pay-per-view companies, not the cable companies, are afraid to take a chance on not getting Survivor Series 87. So when the day comes in November of 87, the pay-per-views goes to Survivor Series. The pay-per-view companies all pick Survivor Series 87 over Starrcade 87, and it hurt. So Starrcade 87 essentially was a house show because McMahon threatened the pay-per-view companies and said, if you show that, you're not getting Survivor Series. And the pay-per-view companies knew that Survivor Series 87 was going to surpass Starrcade 87 revenue-wise, and they all went on Survivor Series 87 side over the Starrcade 87 side because McMahon called the pay-per-view companies and got dirty with them. Unbelievable dirty trick by Vince McMahon, threatening the pay-per-view companies not to have Survivor Series because the pay-per-views were slated for the same day. Unbelievable. Leave your comment below and let me know what you think. Gemini, have a good one.